Thank you for stopping by here at Molding Christian Ministries on this MLK Day 2022. We are having the day as a day of commemorance, not to celebrate a man that was flawless, but that a man who had conviction, that love, and God's characteristics would bring forth civil justice, remove injustice, and bring forth unity before and between God's people. I just want to share a word that God gave to me actually just a few moments ago, coming from Genesis 37, verses 5 through 10. It says, Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him all the more. He said to them, listen to this dream I had. We were binding sheaves of grain out in the field when suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright, while your sheaves gathered around mine and bowed down to it. His brothers said to him, do you intend to reign over us? You actually will rule us? And they hated him all the more because of his dream and what he had said. Then he had another dream, and he told it to his brothers. Listen, he said, I had another dream, and this time the sun and moon and 11 stars were bowing to me. When he told his father as well as his brothers, his father rebuked him and said, what is this dream you had? Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow down to the ground before you? His brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the matter in mind. I just had the revelation of giving a brief message from the scripture, keeping a dream alive. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s most famous speech was the I Have a Dream speech that most people read and recite and know about. But he had many other quotes of inspiration, many other quotes that was a declaration to his service for God, to God, for his people. He said in one of his quotes, we must walk on in the days ahead with an audacious faith in the future. He also said in one of his quotes, there comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular. But he must take it because conscience tells him it is right. When I look at that particular quote and I think of the scripture which I just read, Joseph had a dream. It was a dream that was given to him by a higher being than humanity and the human eye could see. It was a dream that would take courage to tell them, his parents, his brothers, that I have a dream that one day you shall bow to me. I have a dream that one day I won't be in the same status that I am right now, but I will be elevated because this dream is something that God has birthed within my spirit. Perhaps Joseph said, "Oh, but in keeping this dream alive, I'm going to have to fight opposition. Keeping this dream alive, I'm going to have to overcome heartaches, disappointments, and sorrows. But I trust that in God, I will find wisdom to keep my dream alive." That is Joseph's way of taking a stand and proclaiming that what God had for him, he was going to accept it and believe upon it. My friends, we keep this dream of Dr. King alive by accepting the godly characteristic of love, believing in the godly characteristic of love, that love is what binds things together and hate is what separates. Keeping his dream alive is not to hold hatred in our hearts, but to remove the hatred with love at the forefront. For love is a characteristic of God, and it is keeping a dream alive. We are knowing without a shadow of a doubt, as Joseph knew, to live out his dream, to keep his dream alive. There would be disappointments. There would be obstacles that he must press through. But he said, "I'm holding on because God has given me this dream. I'm holding on because this dream of God did not have me in a low estate, but he elevated me higher than I ever thought that I could be. So I have hope in God that my dream is still alive." Dr. King once quoted, "We must accept infinite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope." We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. My disappointments will pass, but my hope shall go on forever, because God has given me a dream that I must keep alive. Joseph was given a dream that he must keep alive. He was cast into the pit. That was his moment of finite disappointment. But he never lost infinite hope because he knew God would be there. In closing, brothers and sisters, keeping this dream alive will have us find our finite disappointments. But we, through belief in God, know with infinite hope things will get better. With infinite hope, the future will be brighter. With infinite hope, things will change and we shall find victory. We shall find equality. Regardless of God's race of people, we shall overcome these obstacles. We shall overcome hatred with love. We shall be casting away the darkness by walking in the light. Keeping a dream alive. Happy MLK Day. And as I said, remember, we do not celebrate a flawless man, but we celebrate a man who put his life within his purpose, within his dream that was given unto him by God. Thanks for joining us for this brief moment, and have a blessed day.